So this is really about telling people what the true history of B-boys and the beginnings and setting the timeline straight and what did and did not happen. And the style, what we like to call burning, you refer to it as rocking.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what was taking place late 60s, early 70s, before we started hitting the floor, spinning around.
That's right.
You know, that wasn't occurring yet. And burning was more of a freestyle kind of a thing. It involved a lot of showing up the other person, embarrassing them. You know, you mush them in the face, you do all kinds of stuff.
Right.
A lot of style, a lot of comical stuff with it. All right, but we weren't hitting the floor yet. So you get a lot of people who are those early cats, like my man Dancing Doug, Derrick Colon. I would say 1974, 75. I first saw it in 75. They might have been doing it in 74, okay? But 73, it wasn't b-boying the way we know b-boying. Not that I saw, and I was around. It wasn't that kind of b-boy. It was the standing up, the pin drop, dropping back, maybe a split, you know, something you might see almost like on Soul Train, the locker dancer kind of thing. You see some of that. But the spinning on the floor and all the things that the modern b-boy, what you would recognize as the modern b-boy, that's not till around 1975 somewhere. The date that is used as the date of the Zulu Nation anniversary is actually November 12th, 1973. Now there's a lot of dispute with that. And I've talked to Bam about it. And Bam, as you know, Bam is going through his own thing right now, so we're not here to really talk about any of that. But, you know, I've talked to Bam about that before. And he has his own reasons for creating his date, and what he actually said, he creates the date from the day that he conceived the idea, okay? What I am telling you is that in 1973, we were still black spades. We were very much still black spades. And the Bronx River Organization, which is the predecessor to the Zulu Kings and the Zulu Nation, didn't begin, and this is by Bambaata's own words, did not begin until the death of Solsky, Ronald Beckel, who was president of the 10th Division from Bronx River. He was killed by the police along with a number of the Black Spades, as well as a member who was our president, who was also shot in the same encounter, but survived. He was the only survivor. That occurred January 7th, 1975. Okay, so just by that, and by what Bam has said and what anyone else has said, the Zulu Nation could not be in existence in 1973. So that's not to refute or anything. I'm just telling you what the chronological timeline just doesn't support that. Okay, and we were still black spades in 1973. And I would say the Zulu Kings, which actually precedes the Zulu Nation, because the Zulu Kings came, the Zulu Nation kind of came and resulted as a popularity because of the popularity of the Zulu King. So late 75, maybe early 76, all right? The Bronx River Organization definitely could not have started until 1975 because it starts among the death of Solsky, and that is 1975. I can show you the newspaper articles, and we've talked about that. I showed it to you, you know, and I know it very well because, like I said, our Prez was the survivor. He was the lone survivor, okay? So that is something that I can say with absolute authority.